Alright, so apparently some of you guys missed the point of the first House Shake video, and that point was Ken absolutely knew that it was him that made the house shake, and he also tried to convince everybody that it was real. He clearly sent me messages, which I've shown in the last video, stating that he was, in fact, the one who created that noise in the house shaking. In this video, I'm going to show you that I had 4 cameras going during this investigation. One upstairs with Kent, which the lights were out. It's not a night vision camera, but you can clearly hear the audio in it. It was right there. You know, you can see me in his video putting it on the dresser right there next to him. I also had a DVR camera with night vision placed in the basement, as well as one placed on the first floor looking up towards Kent's bedroom, where I caught him opening the door and saying that a spirit did it. 2 feet away is this camera in the dining room, which of course caught our reaction to Kent shaking the house. Alright, so let's take a look at Kent's camera glitch. Now, of all the cameras in the house, his camera, conveniently, is the only one that glitched from this. He also states that he didn't hear anything, it wasn't him, and later says it's because of his grand mal seizures from eating eggs. So, check it out. Boom. Now he's over about a foot. So there's apparently some time missing there. Now let's check all my footage and see what could have possibly happened here. Alright, so let's start in the basement. I had my camera going in the basement. You'll see here in a minute, this is a still shot, but it starts up. You'll see it runs through, and we'll have no glitches starting right now. Now you heard that rumble, and even though it's faint, you can still hear it when it's like 8 o'clock in 30 seconds or whatever. Now let's check out the same time on the first floor at the bottom of the stairs. So they don't realize that this is, like when you see it live, this is what goes on to get this evidence. I mean, what the fuck is that? So what's important to note here is that neither one of these cameras shook, nor did either one of them glitch in any way whatsoever. Okay, so let's take a look at the camera that I had in the dining room facing us. You will see off to my right, which is left on the screen, the camera that filmed the footage that Kent put up, and that is the camera that shook. What the fuck is that? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Little did we know, Janae was right all along. But what I want to point out here is the reason this camera didn't shake is because of the position that it's in. It is close to the part of the house that actually has a foundation. In fact, it would be just a foot or so off center from being on top of the foundation. The part where the dining room is and the kitchen and the rest of the house basically is an addition, and that's the part that he dug for Rachel. And as you know from the video of him climbing under there and digging, there's very little support under there, and it is all dirt. Okay, now that we have established that none of the other cameras downstairs or in the basement was affected, let's go upstairs and check out the camera I left up there with Ken, which is 15 feet from the camera he claims was affected by the house shaking, and a couple feet from where he's standing. The clip I'm about to show you is dark because, of course, as you see here, it is the night vision camera's on, and my camera is just an action camera, kind of like it's similar to a GoPro. But the image is not important here. What is important is the audio, and you'll see that there is no glitches in this camera, and you can clearly hear that the sound originated up there. Now, of course, we already know that's because he has admitted that that was him, but I just want to show you how he deceived you by altering that video, by claiming that it was affected by this anomaly. Which, if that one camera was affected, why was none of the other four of my cameras, the ones that Kenneth and Janae were holding, or any other various cameras in the house, how come they weren't affected at all?
Can you answer that for me, please, any of you ghosts? Can you tell me if that's why you killed Rachel?
Dad,
What?
what was that?
What was what?
The whole house started shaking.
That wasn't me. There's something that fell down behind me, but I didn't hear the house shaking because it's loud up here.
Okay, so he didn't hear it, but my camera did. Go figure. The next clip I'll be showing you is my camera in the dining room playing at the same time as the camera upstairs to show that they are exactly timed. Notice how both cameras pick up audio from the other location because the house is so small, it's so easy to hear things throughout.
Can you answer that for me, please, any of you ghosts? Can you tell me if that's why you killed Rachel?
How it's edited. You know, they don't realize that this is, when you see it live, this is what goes on to get this evidence. I mean, what is that? What the hell was that? Dad,
What?
what was that?
What was what?
The whole house started shaking.
That wasn't me.
The whole house just trembled.
There's something that fell down behind me, but I didn't hear the house shaking because it's loud up
It
here.
was like you were stomping up there.
Alright, so there you have it, folks. The only camera that supposedly glitches is Kent's camera that was pointed directly at him with night vision on. Go figure. So we've established that the camera didn't glitch and that he altered that footage and tried to sell that paranormal event to all of us. Now, he was on live and he continues, and I'm about to show you this, he continues to keep trying to sell it by showing us the cracks in the walls and telling these elaborate stories, and even trying to say that he's told me before of the house shaking and things such as that. So watch some of these clips. It's a compilation of all the times he said this after, while we were still live and after we were live. He continues to try to sell it to me, knowing damn well that it was him all along.
God, that's the same sound that Tanya heard one night and it scared the living crap out of
It
her.
felt like, you know, like if you took a piece of metal and went, whoa, but it felt like the house did that.
Alright, let me see this. This is why these cracks are showing up right here in this house. This wasn't here when I first moved in. These cracks, there's cracks all over this house. And when I started doing this paranormal investigations, that's when this house literally started shaking. So what you guys felt tonight is not the first time that's happened.
That was messed up.
That's, remember the day on one of my videos, I'm walking through the living room, this loud rumble boom noise, and I turn around and look really fast? That's exactly what happened. It probably came up from my bedroom. Kelly, you heard it?
I felt the whole area over there. Yeah, the whole thing, the whole house.
Do you think the recordings picked it up?
Oh, I guarantee.
Yeah, it had to. It was loud.
Can any of you tell us what we just felt?
Well, it's funny that you should say that because I was demanding answers from Edmund upstairs. I mean, I was putting my foot down wanting answers from him. I mean, and then I started going to his wife, Patty, what does Edmund have to do with this? And I'm not trying to manipulate him or trying to antagonize him or anything else like that. I just want answers, and I was upstairs asking those questions, and that's like 15 seconds later, that's when somebody asked me about the rumbling sounds. So obviously there's something very powerful here that obviously doesn't want to answer that question. What? Is Edmund angry? Hey, can you guys tell me, is Edmund really angry now? Did the hut shake at all?
You know, I didn't hear nothing in that shake either. I just felt.
Did it come from the floor or the ceiling or the walls or?
It seemed like
The whole house
everything
shook.
resonated, like you know, like a vibration,
Yeah.
like drop a stone in the water and it
Yes. Well, that's what Tanya was
like it
doing.
waves out like a.
Tanya was down in the kitchen talking to Joshua on the phone, and I heard it. I thought she did something downstairs. The whole house shook. And she started hollering upstairs. There's rumbling. The house is shaking. What's going on? What'd you do? I said, I didn't do anything. So I grabbed my camera and started recording. That's the night that I picked up disembodied voices of them calling me the F word.
Huh?
No, Kelly, there's something that fell down upstairs, and I turned around and fast and looked. I didn't hear it, feel it, but the spirit box upstairs is really loud. But something did fall down behind me, and I spun around and looked real fast, trying to figure out what that was.
I mean, it felt like an earthquake. The whole house, I mean, the structure and everything was shaking. It wasn't just, you know, something like a floor or something like that. I was staying way over there in the corner and felt it, so.
Alright. I think we're going to probably shut this down for the night. You people on Facebook, don't go anywhere yet. What do you want to say? What about upstairs? Do any of you girls have anything to say upstairs before I shut that off?
This thing sounds like it's cranking.
Yes? What do you want to say? Come this way. This is what fell right there on the floor.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't have made that sound.
No, but that's what fell. That's what fell behind me, and I spun around to see what that noise was. I did hear that hit the floor. And then 2 seconds later, you guys asked me if I made that noise or something, or did I hear that?
It sounded like a train going by the house. The whole house shook.
All right, you guys, we're going to wrap this up. I believe, there's no doubt in my mind, we got a lot of evidence tonight. I mean, usually when I didn't think we got anything, when we do this, I view the evidence, and my mind's totally blown what we did capture. But tonight, I think we captured a lot more than what we realized because of the strange activity in this house. Obviously, the house shook. So I'm going to view the evidence, the recordings. We got a lot of recorders that we're recording tonight, so it's going to take a little while to review the evidence. But it's just like, I don't know, it's just like now another mystery comes up. I know Abby Mitchell has been brought up quite a bit, Abby, but now that there's a possibility I might have located Rachel, and all of a sudden Abby keeps coming up now. I mean, there's got to be some type of connection here. I don't know, something's going on, and you know, trying to figure this out. Like I said before, it's like putting the little pieces of the puzzle there, you finally get one to fit, but you have no picture to go on. You know, little by little, the picture's coming through, but I still can't quite make out what the picture shows, or I don't know 100% what went on here. I do know something bad happened, obviously. I mean, my God, for the house to shake when I'm jumping Edmund Lamb's butt, you know, I mean, drilling in on him to get answers, and the house has to shake, something's not right here. What do you think, David?
I don't know. I'm just, taking it all in, but I'm just actually, honestly, it sounds stupid, but I'm sitting here thinking about how cool that was when the house shut. I've been sitting here thinking about it since it happened. That's pretty cool. Honestly, and I know I'll get slammed on there in comments about that I take it lightly and all that.
Well,
but I do not take none of this lightly.
But the thing is, you've heard me talk about it. I would tell you many times, David, the house shake. I've mentioned it before on videos. I'm not talking about a knock. I'm not talking about I'm talking about the house shakes. And ever since it started doing that, there's cracks everywhere. So I know what you're saying. You finally got to experience what I've been telling you for months.
Right.
Someone said they heard growls.
Yes, we heard quite a few growls tonight too. In fact, we just heard one here just a second ago when we turned the spirit box up. It sounded like it was coming through this wall. Kenneth, show this right here.
Yeah.
All right, I want you people to see this. This crack right here was not here earlier when it looks like that's been cracked before. But see this crack here? These cracks are showing up all over the house. Whoa, look at that back there. I never noticed that before.
I'll tell you, the way that vibrated, I wouldn't doubt there's your cause, right?
Okay, I understand that these older houses they will shift with temperature changes. They'll make bang noises and stuff like that. I understand that. But you would have to be in this house to hear it and know, and you'd be thinking like, well, that wasn't a house shift. That wasn't a temperature change. You'd be saying, what in the hell was that noise? Because that's how loud it is. Sometimes these recording devices don't pick it up like you hear it in real time. Just like one of the videos where I'm walking through the living room and the loud bang up above me and I spin my head around really fast. That was loud. I mean, it was really loud. The house shook. But the recording didn't pick it up and give you an idea of how loud that was. I have to say, normally I'd say I don't know if we got anything. I have to check the video. Tonight I can honestly say we got a lot of stuff. And I'm excited to look over the video recordings to try to see what kind of evidence we got. But I hope the recorders pick up the house shaking because that would be nice. Oh, do you guys remember sometimes my camera sitting up in the bedroom? This was in the very beginning and sometimes I still captured it. Where the camera's sitting in the bedroom and all of a sudden the camera would shake and jerk and there's like a boom noise that goes with it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. A sudden shake in the house. Or a sudden loud bang noise to the point where the whole house shakes. I mean, it probably shook the cameras.
I was ready for an explosion to happen after. Like, it was like a freaking, I don't know, man. That was pretty cool.
Alright. We're going to shut it down. I'm going to view the evidence. And to be honest with you guys, I'm excited to view this evidence because I think we got a lot of stuff tonight. I really do. I mean, based on the stuff, when I was downstairs, you guys missed it because they had the live feed up here, but when I was downstairs, I was getting some amazing responses on that spirit box. I mean, very intelligent responses, and I wish the camera could have been there at the time, but it's been kind of a back and forth thing. We all go downstairs, upstairs get active. We come upstairs, the downstairs get active, so we split up. And hopefully the upstairs and the downstairs is active at the same time. And I'm rambling on. I'm going to shut up. Goodbye.
Just,
When you do the video, I had the look on my face when the house shook.
Yeah.
Well, we have I think 4 videos going in that room right then. I had a camera set up. He had a camera set up. You had one in your hand. She had one. So there's like, so we're gonna catch all our reaction at the same time. I mean that.
I ran this camera
I can't
down
wait
to
to
the
see
point
it.
the batteries
Yeah.
died in it. Let's see, David, is this your spare box or mine? Oh, that one's mine. Battery don't go down. Oh, that battery don't go down. The antenna don't go down.
Yeah.
Well,
What do I do with my cord?
The first
I don't know.
time we
Right here?
it was kind of exciting.
Oh, wait till we go someplace, Kenneth, other than this house.
I better never be alone in the house shake like that.
Oh, that scared the crap out of Tanya that night.
You know, and there was no vehicle that went by right then, so it weren't like a Jake break. You would have heard a Jake break. You didn't. That was different.
And
That
you
was
like you
different. That
felt
was cool.
the whole house shake.
Yeah.
Like my heart started jumping.
Well, welcome to the haunted house. Now you got a taste of what I go through here.
That was terrifying.
Well, Kenneth, you heard the boom earlier tonight.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was, yeah.
And in the kitchen,
I mean, Janae was
that
standing
one
with
time
me,
when we were getting pie.
Yeah.
Man, I hope this camera picked it up.
We got this one running, that one running. He had his going, and she had the live one going.
I just hope it picked it up. Usually, when something major like that happens, I get all excited and I go and view the recording. You can hardly hear it.
All right, so I'm going to end this video with how Kent ended his video that he did for the events that night, with Kent telling lies to help sell this to you. Check out how casual he is when he lies. It's like second nature.
When this house shook, that is not the first time this ever happened. It's rare to catch this on video. However, many times this house is literally shook. I mean, it shook so hard that things actually fell. One time my wife was sitting downstairs. I was upstairs here working on a Ghost of Carmel Maine video, and she hollered for me and said the house downstairs shook. I didn't feel anything upstairs here. I didn't even know what even happened. I can honestly say I do not believe a humanoid spirit had the ability to shake this house the way it shook. And I think the evidence showed that there is more than just humanoid spirits in the house that night. It seems like when we pushed with aggression, something pushed back. Now, I do want to make something very clear here, and it's important that I say this. I cannot come out and say that Edmund, in fact, murdered Rachel or anybody else, unless I have the physical evidence to show that what these ghosts are saying is true. These accusations are based on paranormal related evidence. Was that Edmund Lamb that did say that he shot Rachel? Was that Edmund Lamb that admitted that he did kill Rachel? Or is there a spirit posing as Edmund Lamb to mislead me on all of this? This is why it's very important that I have the physical evidence to prove that what these ghosts are saying is true. I do know for a fact there are spirits out there with evil intentions that want to mislead people. And I'm not here to destroy a man's reputation of something that may have happened 100 years ago without physical evidence. It's really hard to prove something that did take place over 100 years ago, and it's really hard trying to find physical evidence that a crime did happen here in this house. I personally have my beliefs on what happened here, and I think you viewers kind of have an idea of what happened, but I can't come out and say it right now. I can't make that claim that these are the facts based on just paranormal evidence. I'm working on getting results to determine the bones that I found in the basement, are they human? And if they are human, are those the remains of Rachel? I hope soon we will finally solve this mystery once and for all about Rachel. But then the next one, who's Abby? Who are these other ghosts? What do they want? It's just a continual mystery that just keeps going on.